Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet and put your hands together for the marketing evangelist, the automation guru, the WordPress apostle, the branding expert, the social media master, the machine gun marketer, the motivational speaker, Trevor Otts, author of the critically acclaimed #1 marketing system, B.R.O.K.E, marketing that makes sense.
All I want to hear you say is yes. Can everybody do that?
Yes!
All right. The B in the B.R.O.K.E marketing system stands for branding and marketing. Do I have some people who want to master branding and marketing?
Yes!
All right. The R in the B.R.O.K.E marketing system stands for results. Do I have some people in the room that want some results out of their marketing?
Yes!
The O in B.R.O.K.E stands for over deliver. Do I have some people in here committed to under promising and over delivering?
Yes!
The K in the B.R.O.K.E marketing system stands for knowledge. Do I have some people in it who know some things about their business?
Yes!
Finally, the E in the B.R.O.K.E marketing system stands for efficiency. Do I have some people in here who are ready to be efficient?
Yes!
I lied to y'all. I got one more question. Am I in the room of the most powerful, most motivated, the truly dedicated sales professionals and entrepreneurs in the whole wide world?
Yes!
All right. Then we are ready to go. My name is Trevor Otts, and I'm the author of B.R.O.K.E, Marketing That Makes Sense. Now, one of the things that I know about marketing is that people make marketing too hard. So what I want you guys to do, I want you to sit back and relax, because I'm going to make it easy. Okay. So I want you guys to repeat after me. If the work is too hard,
then
I got the wrong tool.
Now,
Now, if that doesn't work, I got the wrong technique. Thank you so much. All right. I was looking on television the other day, and I said, you know, whenever I think about a person who has the right tool and the right technique at the right time, I'm reminded of this guy right here. Somebody want to hit the light for me real quick? And you guys may know who I'm talking about. Everybody remember that show? You want to hit the light. MacGyver. You ever notice that MacGyver always had the right tool?
Yeah.
He always had the right technique at the right time. He could disarm a nuclear weapon with a paper clip. So today, I came here to make you guys the MacGyver of marketing. Making sure you got the right technique and the right tool. So to do that, I got to arm you with some knowledge. So, the B in B.R.O.K.E stands for branding and marketing. Oftentimes, when entrepreneurs and businesses start out trying to advertise, they fail to differentiate between branding and marketing. So let's talk about branding first. I want y'all to write this one down. By the way, if you don't have your pens, you're in trouble, because you're going to need them. Branding, folks, is a process. It's the process by which I create trust in my business. It's the process by which I create a recognizable identity. The purpose of marketing is to get my name, to get my product, to get my services out there. But marketing is different. Marketing is also a process. Marketing is the process by which I create customers and clients for my business. The purpose of marketing is to get them in here, into my place of business, into my website, into my database, to get them calling my phone. There's some fundamental differences between branding and marketing. Whenever you're thinking about branding, branding should always cost you money. But marketing should create you money. There should always be a return on your investment. So you know one of my favorite quotes, so I want you guys to help me finish this quote because I'm a quote-based guy. You can lead a horse to water, but
You can't make it drink.
But with good marketing, you can sure make them thirsty. Now, how do you make a horse thirsty? Yeah. See, to make a horse thirsty, you have to put him in the right atmosphere. I refer to it as atmospheric marketing. See, to make a horse thirsty, first you got to work. And then, after you finish working the horse, you got to make sure that the weather is real hot. And then you just strategically place the water so that he can see it when he's hot and finish working. That way, he's going to want your product. Now, people want people to want their products all the time. But the problem is you're not putting them in the right ecosystem, in the right environment. Let me use as an example, by a show of hands, who in here has been to a bar in the last 10 years? Don't put your hands up. I don't want you to get But if you've ever been to a bar, you always notice that they always have peanuts and pretzels sitting there. They always have things that are salty sitting there. And ever notice that the peanuts and the pretzels are always free? Yeah. You know why? Because they're a bar and they sell drinks. And they know that if they give you something salty, you're going to get thirsty. So, once again, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, but you can sure make him what? Thirsty. Exactly. So the first rule is, how are you going to make the horse thirsty? What kind of environment do you need to put the person in, or what kind of environment do you need to put your client in to make them want your product? Marketing is not about do they want your product. Marketing is not correction. Marketing is not about do they need your product. Marketing is about do they want your product. Does anybody see my little thing over here? See, marketing is not about do they want your product, or correction, do they need your product. It's about do they want your product. Does anybody know what this is? Yeah. This is my friend. How you doing, friend? This is also known affectionately as my pet rock. Anybody remember this? Yeah. Yeah, like you needed another rock. But millions of people purchase this. Marketing is not about do they need your product. It's about do they want your product. Right, Frank? So, when you think about marketing, think about water. Who in here has ever purchased a bottle of water? Yeah. Everybody ever seen this brand before? Yeah. Flip it around backwards, they tell me it's called Naive. See, millions of people spent hundreds and millions of dollars to purchase products that they could have walked right out their door and got for free. People are spending millions of dollars on rocks in water. If they're spending millions of dollars on rocks in water, why won't they spend millions of dollars on your product? Marketing is not about do they need your product. It's about do they want it. Help me out. Y'all know I like quotes. If you build it, they will come. Yeah, that's a lie. If you build it, all you will have done is build it. Whatever it is for you. See, I built my website. It looks great. Nobody came to visit. I wrote my book. It's great. Nobody bought it. If you build it, they will come only if marketed correctly. Okay? The R in B.R.O.K.E stands for results. When I'm talking about results, I'm talking about marketing that focuses on generating clients. I'm not talking about marketing that caters to your ego. I was riding through the neighborhood one day, and as I was driving, I came to a stop sign and I saw this bus stop. And at the bus stop, guess what I saw, Spencer? I saw this huge advertisement. And the lady on this bus stop, I mean, it was big. She was beautiful. She was gorgeous. I was like, wow. I put my foot on the brake just to take another look. But then, I couldn't figure out what she was selling. Maybe she was selling makeup. I mean, makeup companies always hire beautiful people, right?
They do.
Maybe she was selling toothpaste. She did have a perfect set of pearly whites. Guess what she was selling, though? Real estate. Yeah, but how was I supposed to know that when the largest thing on her advertisement was her picture? Now, I'm sure her parents loved the picture. I'm sure her friends called and said, hey, I just saw Cheryl on the picture. She looks great. But the problem is that they were not the customer. I was. And when we're talking about marketing, what you like and what you care about is irrelevant. It's all about what the customer likes. And I'm going to give you guys a rule, especially for you guys who have business cards and flyers. If you are not the product, the biggest thing on your flyer, your business card should not be you. Okay? Results. This is how you get results, folks. The R in B.R.O.K.E. also stands for renaming. I want you to write this down. Renaming it makes it new. Renaming it makes it new. As a matter of fact, the other day, I went to the store. I was in the mall. I was doing some Christmas shopping. And I saw these wide leg pants. They look a little something like this.
Yeah, baby.
I said, wow. They got some bell bottoms. The lady said, no, those are not bell bottoms. Those are boot cut jeans. Renaming it makes it new. Yeah, baby. So the R in B.R.O.K.E. also stands for renaming it. Think about some interesting ways that you can rename your product. Okay? The R in B.R.O.K.E. also stands for repurpose. Think of some new and innovative ways to repurpose your product. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a quick example of repurposing a product. The #1 aphrodisiac in all of the world is a small little blue pill, and it's called what? Yeah, they created that to lower somebody's blood pressure. They figured out that people were doing other things with it, and they repurposed it.
Yeah, man.
Some people know what I'm talking about. Raise your hand. Give you another example of repurposing. As a matter of fact, I need a volunteer. I need a volunteer, sir. Can everybody tell me what this is? This is a robe. Nice, comfortable robe. Would everybody agree that this is a robe?
Yeah.
Okay, well, today I'm going to show you how to repurpose that product. Now, there's been some people in the past that have repurposed that product, and you might recognize one of them. About how to use the rope. And would everybody agree that he made millions of dollars repurposing that rope? But he ain't the only one that repurposed the rope. What you help me out here? Somebody took the rope. And they called it what, y'all? They made millions of dollars by turning the rope around backwards. Come on, folks. You gotta be innovative. About the things you want to do that in. How you gonna take that? You get the point, folks? Yeah. stands for over-deliver. I want y'all to help me out with this quote. I love quotes. Under promise and over-deliver. Yeah, you ever hear that one before? Yes. It's the mantra of every business professional in the whole world. Well, here's my question for you. How are you going to stop saying that and start doing it? Now, most people have no clue because they don't have a system in place on how they're going to actually over-deliver. So I'm going to teach you guys today how to over-deliver. I want you to write this down. Over-delivering is a pre-planned event with an expected response. Over-delivering is a pre-planned event with an expected response. Let me tell you what I mean. Who in here has taken their car to the dealership for an oil change in the last 2 years by show of hands? Yeah. Well, when you take your car to the dealership to get an oil change, right, the pre-planned event is the fact that you had to go there, that they knew you would need an oil change. Now, when they give you back your car, they always, you ever know they give it back to you? Wow, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like this. The expected response is, yeah! After I figured out how much it costs to detail a car, I said, wait a minute, detailing costs about $125. I figured out that the oil change was $19.99, and I said, I'm just going to take my car and get an oil change every week. Detail. But they didn't do that arbitrarily. They did a study back here about 15 years ago. They said, what was the #1 irritation that people had with their cars? You know what came back? They hated washing. And they were trying to get people onto the lots so that people could see the newest cars, so they would be dissatisfied with their old cars. And so they said, we're going to make the cost of the oil change so low that they stopped going to Jiffy Lube. They stopped going to these third-party companies. And they're going to come to our dealership. The pre-planned event was the low-cost oil change. The expected response was euphoria, and the expected response is that you would be on their lot. That's one way, the pre-planned event, the expected response. But have you ever noticed, while you're at the dealership, they always give you a free diagnostic? Yeah, you know about the free diagnostic, right? Now, if you know anything about cars, I don't care what kind of diagnostic you get, they're going to always find something what? Yeah. They tell you that we heard a strange little sound. You read it? Nah. You know, nah. And sir, what we have determined is that your timing belt is going bad. And that if you don't get that thing fixed, it could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage. You got to get it fixed immediately. It's an emergency. That was the pre-planned event. The fact that they found something wrong with your car. But over-delivering is a pre-planned event with the what? Expected response. So you know what the expected response was? Pure devil. Oh my God! Are you serious? My car is going to blow up? Some of y'all know that feeling. But now that they know how you're going to respond, remember that the expected response is not always euphoria. You just have to be able to predict what this response is going to be. And so afterwards, they give you some options. Man, if you don't get that car fixed, you can be riding at home. But I just want to do something for you. You know, I know you got to get that thing fixed, and we just so happen to have that exclusive part from around the country, but we have one just so happen for you. And we'd be willing to fix your car for you and even do it at a discount. Yeah! And then you feel like this. Yeah, save me! My car is not going to blow up. So, let's teach you how to over-deliver. There are 3 steps to over-deliver. Step number 1, establish the pre-planned event. Establish the pre-planned event. Step number 2, determine the expected response. Figure out how the client is going to respond. And finally, you got to ask yourself the question, how are you going to capitalize on that? Plan to capitalize on the expected response. I'm going to say it again. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. But with good marketing, you can sure make them what? Thirsty. Yeah. Just another example of how to make the horse thirsty. Okay? So, a couple other things about over-delivering. Remember, the best commercials out there are people who are pleased with your services. Are you guys pleased with this event today?
Yes.
You tell some people about it?
Yes.
See my point? Best commercial out there. And guess what? Word of mouth is the cheapest form of advertisement. So one of the things I want you to do today is I want you guys to help promote this event by seeing the video guide before you leave here and doing a testimonial about it. Because that's the cheapest form of advertising. That's what you can do for us today. Can we count on you guys to do that for us today? Okay, great. Now let's talk about the B.R.O.K.E. By the way, let's give Ayo a round of applause. Ayo is our video guy for today. He does great video work. Now, by the way, I tell everybody, make sure you get that man's card. You don't have a commercial about your product, something like Red Connect. If you don't have a commercial, you need to see him before you leave. The K in B.R.O.K.E. stands for knowledge. In business, you're going to have to know some things. One of the first things you're going to have to do is you have to know your product. I was in the grocery store the other day. Saw a guy. Said, hey, what do you do? He says, I'm in telecommunications. Wow, what a big word. Over 4 syllables. I said, so what exactly do you do? He said, I specialize in providing phone service via the internet. I said, wow, that sounds great. I said, so if I have Verizon or Comcast, can I get that? He says, we're having a meeting next week. I said, so if I have Verizon or Fios, will that work for me? He said, millions of people have made money selling this product. I said, so if I have Verizon or Fios, can I get this service? And he says, somebody in my upline even got a BMW. What are you doing? Listen, I knew what he was selling. I just wanted to see if he knew his product. When you don't know your product, you instantaneously cause the customer to distrust you, and actually you do a disservice to the company that you're working for. So I don't care what company you are with, know your product, because somebody like me might ask you some questions. You got to know your limitations. You got to know your limitations. The reason why you got to know your limitations is because you can't do it all. And here's the thing. What if you can only service 100 clients, but your advertisement brings in 1,000? The reason why you got to know your limitations is to determine the scale and the scope of your marketing campaign. Got to know your target market. Who are you after? Where do they shop? What television shows do they watch? What radio stations do they listen to? What gas stations do they go to? Does anybody know what the #1 show last year was amongst African American women from the ages of 22 to 35? No. Housewives of Atlanta.
I thought it was basketball wives.
Yeah. If your client is in that group, that may be a show that you should have been targeting. What radio stations do your clients listen to? What gas stations do they go to? Matter of fact, I can give you a free bit of advice. Most people go to gas stations near their job or near their house. So, free advice, gstv.com. Free. Free. You can advertise your event right on gstv.com. It stands for gas station television. They will been to the gas station, you know those little monitors that you see there? Yeah, you know they're always playing something. Guess what? In this area, you can advertise on them for free. gstv.com. That is some good information. Yeah. The K in B.R.O.K.E. also stands for Know Your Competition. Do I have any football fans in here? Any? Okay, just holler out your team real quick. Anybody got a team? Holler out your team.
Packers.
Green Bay. LA. Okay, Green Bay.
Packers.
Steelers. Okay. So we got a lot. Dallas, I'm with you. Right. So, in football, they have a position called the wide receiver. And they have a position called the quarterback. The job of the quarterback is to throw the ball to the wide receiver. Everybody understands that? Now, I have a question for you. What does the wide receiver get paid for in the NFL?
To catch the ball.
Wrong.
To
They
run.
don't get paid to catch the ball. The minimum expectation when you're in the NFL is that you can catch the ball. Every wide receiver in the NFL can catch the ball. That's not what they paid them for. They paid them for their ability to separate from the competition.
Okay.
That's what they paid them for.
Y'all
Because
exactly.
only if they separate from the competition can they get a touchdown and win the game. How do you win a race? Not necessarily by being the fastest, but by separating from the competition. How do you get paid? How do you win? How do you become the #1 business provider in your industry? By separating from the competition. How will you separate yourself from the competition? See, some of you guys are leading the pack, but some of y'all chasing the pack. Yeah, separate yourself from the competition. Y'all laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at y'all because y'all all the same. In marketing, never be afraid to be unique. I mean, never. The more you are like your competition, the more you put yourself in the competition. Separate yourself. You get paid to separate from the competition. That's how you win. That's what they pay NFL receivers for. That's what they pay you for. That's how you're going to get paid. Nobody in this room got into business to not get paid. Separate. The E in B.R.O.K.E stands for efficiency. The reality, you know what the great thing about entrepreneurs is? Is that they believe that they can do it all. You know what the bad thing about entrepreneurs is? They believe that they can do it all. You're not Superman. You're not Superwoman. If you truly want to meet tall buildings with a single bound, if you want to be faster than a locomotive, stronger than a locomotive, then you have got to have a system in place. To the point you're going to need a CRM, a customer relationship management system. All businesses have customers, and thus you have relationships that you need to manage. You know what else you need? You need a plan. But not just one plan. You need 4. You need a business plan. And inside your business plan should be your strategic plan. And inside your strategic plan should be your marketing plan. And finally, inside of your marketing plan should be your action plan. You have to have a plan, folks. There is no way that you can do it all. And the only way you're going to be able to do it is to have your plans in place and to have your systems in place. If you don't hear me tell you anything today, you need to get a CRM. Matter of fact, let me give you a free one right now. Listwire.com. 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 Listwire, it's a free CRM just to help you get yourself started. Listwire.com. All right? The E in B.R.O.K.E also stands for engage. Whenever I think about engage, I think about this guy, getting engaged. But I want you to pay attention to the picture. Because how you engage your client is important. Notice that the first thing that he's doing is he's on his knees. Right? Mm-hmm. What that represents is approaching your client from a position of humility. Let me tell you what customers hate: arrogant businesses. They hate it. Look at what happened with Bank of America recently. They tried to raise the fees. Customers rebelled. They said, you didn't consult. They said, well, we're the biggest bank out here. They said, okay, well, we're going to the credit union. They backed up, didn't they? Karens hate arrogant businesses. So first thing you got to do when we're talking about engage is approach your client from a position of humility. But notice that there's also a ring in hand. See, you got to also incentivize the process. That's the second stage. Incentivize the process. Ladies, let's try that again. Ladies, yes. How many of you guys would let some guy come up to you and say, will you marry me? And get on his knees without a ring in his hand? Not many. Maybe some, but most not. So also, when you're asking the customer to be yours, did you incentivize the process? See, here's the thing, is that you have to incentivize the process. What's your incentive to the person or the client? And then the last thing you got to do, the third thing is, you got to ask. Can't get engaged if you don't ask. Can't be your client if you don't ask. So the three things, just want to recap, to properly engage your client. First, approach them from a position of humility. Secondarily, make sure you incentivize the process. Thirdly, make sure that you ask. And when you do that properly, there's some wonderful things that happen. Here's something that happens. I'll always love you. Always love you. You remember that song? Some of y'all know the song. Yeah, you know that song? That takes people back. But it's true. See, when you get engaged to your client, what you're really saying is, please be my customer for life. I'm going to always love you. But what you're really saying is, I'm going to always appreciate you. See, the reason why you guys are here today is because you know that Cynthia and Shay appreciate you. And they've appreciated you for a long period of time, and that's why you came. And those are the kind of things that you got to do for your customer. So the E in B.R.O.K.E stands for engage. The E in B.R.O.K.E also stands for excitement. What's the wow factor about your business? What makes you excited? What makes him excited? See, you want somebody to be excited. And if you don't know what excites you about your business or your product, you won't be able to excite somebody else. Just think about the things about your business that will make somebody say, wow. Okay? So those are the B.R.O.K.E letters. And today, we're not going to get into all of the tools about business marketing, but there are 7 essential tools that you're going to need for business marketing. You're going to need some internet tools, some mobile phone tools, some communication tools, some presentation tools. By the way, if you don't get it all written down, don't worry. We're going to be having a boot camp. We're going to be spending a lot of time, 2 days, helping you get your systems together. Financial tools, organizational tools, and follow-up tools. Now, today let's just talk a little bit about one internet marketing tool. So today I want to talk to you about something simple. With the last 10 minutes we got left, I want to talk to you guys about email marketing. Email is typically one of the simplest and easiest ways to market somebody's product. But there are a couple of things that I need you to know about emails. The purpose of email is to create what I like to say is some much needed R&R. But when I'm talking about R&R, Benithia, I'm not talking about rest and relaxation. She was already on vacation. No, we're not talking about rest and relaxation. It's for building relationships and creating responsive clientele. I want you to hold that in your mind. The purpose of email is for creating relationships and building responsive clientele. Now, a couple things you need to know about email to do it right. First of all, you got to remember, email is a communication tool. It's not a tricorder from Star Trek. You have got to write your emails as though you're sitting directly in front of the person. When you write an email, it's about what would I say if I was talking directly to you? What would I say if I was talking to you? Oftentimes what we start doing is we write the emails as though it came from someplace out of space. Like, who are you talking to? Hi, hello, good evening, Spencer. I just wanted to let you know of a great and spectacular and wonderful opportunity. We don't talk to each other like that. Write the email as though you're sitting directly in front of the person. Also, you got to remember to personalize the email. Got to remember to personalize the email. What I want you to do is every time you write an email, you should be using the person's name. Not their first and last name, their first name. Okay? Dale Carnegie said that the most powerful sound in any language is a person's what? Name. Yeah. Let me tell you what happens when you use somebody's name. You are subconsciously programmed that the moment that you hear your name, you come to a state of attention. Because you know that everything after the use of your name is for who? Me. Yeah, exactly. So the very first thing you got to do is in the subject line, always use the person's first name. And in the body of the email, use their name a minimum of 2 times and a maximum of 3 times. People ask me all the time, Trevor, why won't they open my email? Because you didn't write it for them. See, when you write it for them, they say, oh, you're talking to me. See, I got any married couples in here? Any married couples in here? Okay, great. I got some married people in here. How long have you been married? 4 years. Anybody got 4 years, B? How many years? 33. 33. Anybody got 33 years, B? How many?
34.
34. Anybody got 34 years, B?
41.
41. Anybody got 41 years, B? Okay, wait a minute. This is my conscious shameless self-promotion. Who are you and what do you do?
My name's Lynn Leach, and I'm an internet marketer.
You're an internet marketer. Lynn Leach, welcome to our humble abode. Lynn Leach, congratulations on being married for 41 years. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay. So Lynn, I want you to help me out here. Since you've been married for 41 years, we can all establish probably is pretty much an expert. Would you agree? Yeah. You are an expert. You know, Lynn, when I grew up, I said I always wanted to be an expert. Experts know everything. I wanted to be a they. When I grew up, I wanted to be a they. When you're on the news, they say, experts say. You never know who they are, but you know they know everything. So today you are an expert. Now, imagine your husband comes home and you say, baby, I love you. And then you say, do you love me? And he looks at you and he says, baby, I love everybody. See, it's going to be a problem, isn't it? You are going to need Marcella's, my video talk service. You're going to be in the same room here to talk about video. Baby, I'm sorry. Look at the flowers that I'm holding on the video camera. These are for you. Don't throw the pot. When you don't personalize your email, here's what you're saying. You're saying, I love everybody. The people know it's not for them. And what they really want to hear is they want to hear, I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. I wrote this for you. I want you to benefit. See, when you write those generalized emails, they know that it's a problem. And so, the primary reason that you really want to personalize the email is because making you it takes everything you got from you to you. Wouldn't it sure help a lot if I take away from all your work? Wouldn't you just like to get away? Everybody sing along. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And you're always glad you want to be where people, the problems are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. Yeah. Don't you feel a little bit better? So a couple of other fundamentals. Remember to be courteous in your emails. Write them as though you're sitting directly in front of the person. And ask simple questions. What's the weather? How are you doing? How are the kids? Don't try to market to them. Just ask a question. Let me tell you what that does. Remember I said the purpose of email is for creating relationships and responsive clientele? Well, the question for you is how do you create a relationship? Here's how. You ask a question. Hey man, starting off 2012, how's the business going? How's the family doing? That's it. You don't put anything, you just put a question mark. Now when I ask a question, you have to do what? Yeah. Now when they respond, you now have created a lane in between you and the customer. And that lane we refer to as a relationship. See, here's why your internet marketing and email marketing hasn't been working. It's because what starts happening is you start throwing things at them, you start marketing at them before you even have a relationship. Ask a simple question. they will respond. When they respond, that will help you create a relationship. And then you can take that relationship and start to use that lane to drive your products and information about your services down that lane. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right? So now that I know that you guys know how to do email, I want to give you guys some free email tools, For those guys who have not been doing a good job on marketing, you know you haven't been using people's names in the emails. This system will help you do it. Here's one. I want you to write it down. MailChimp.com. It's free. It's free. MailChimp.com. Somebody said that it's free. It's for who? Me. Yeah. I use it all the time. Also, another one. EmailBrain.com. Not only can you send out emails, you can send out some text messages too, simultaneously. By the way, did you know that 98% of all text messages are read within the first 3 hours of when they are received? Yeah. Send out some text messages. Also, another one, benchmarkmail.com. It's B-E-N-C-H. Bench, like sitting on a bench. Markmail.com. One that's not up here that I actually use to subscribe to. My video talk. Amazing tool. Amazing tool. Absolutely amazing tool. You want to see your customers respond? Send them a video email. How many people have a cell phone with a camera on it? Just raise your hand. Ah, yeah. You've been using it to entertain yourself. That ain't an entertainment device. That's a marketing tool. You need to use it as such, but you haven't had a reason to use it. Use it to create your video-based email. You know what? I'm not that good at typing, right? Matter of fact, I'm even worse spelling. But what can I do, Steve?
Talk, click, and send.
I can talk, I can click, and I can send. Hey, my video talk is the way if you don't have it. Another one. My video talk. As a matter of fact, Marcella was talking about it. If you hadn't, listen, I'm telling you, go over to the table and see Marcella. Take my word on it. You need the tool. Now, one of my other favorite tools, bigstring.com. Have you ever sent out an email that you wish you could get back? No problem. Recallable emails. You know what you can do with this thing? You can send somebody an email, and after they read it, you can make it self-destruct. Sometimes I can do it to see if my friends are paying attention. Something's wrong with my computer. You can create emails that can't be printed. You can create emails that can't be forwarded. And guess what? You don't even have to change your email address. See, in business, sometimes you have highly confidential things that you need people to not share. Bigstring.com. Especially for those of you, you got a special offer. Rick gave out a special offer today. He said it's only for today. He can send it out to everybody's email and make sure that you can't forward it to anybody and make it self-destruct 2 days later. So when you go back and look for the email and try to get the special, it ain't there no more. I suggest y'all get the special. I got a top secret tool for you guys today, and I'm going to leave you guys with this tool, and then we're going to wrap this up. My top secret tool for you is I talked about the tool that's guaranteed to help you guys do more. Why live less? See, the purpose of the B.R.O.K.E marketing system is to really help you guys do more with less. And the reason why I created the B.R.O.K.E marketing system is because honestly I was broke. I busted. And I still needed to make some money. And in this economy right now, a lot of people are broke. And if you're not broke, you're getting ready to go broke because you got the right systems in place. You got marketing systems already. So basically, I want to help you guys do more with less. So when I say to you, do more, I just would like you guys to say with less. Can y'all do that for me? Yeah. So the purpose of the B.R.O.K.E marketing system is to help you guys do more with less. All right. So my top secret marketing tool for you first is Kwaga.com. 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 Right? Kwaga. You know what it'll do? When somebody sends you an email, it'll automatically take their phone number, take their email address, and take their name and add it to your database. So you ain't got to type it in. So you ain't got to remember people's email address. It loads it in automatically. Great tool. This tool, only for people who got Gmail accounts. If you don't have a Gmail account, get one. BoomerangGmail.com. You know what you can do? You can schedule an email to go out 2 hours from now, 2 weeks from now. You can say, listen, if they don't read it, send it back to them again. Yeah. Ignore my email. Boomerang Gmail. And last but not least, I'm going to give you one. This last one. This is real special. Who in here has an email address that ends at AOL.com, gmail.com, AOL.com, yahoo.com, msn.com, hotmail.com. Any of those, you raise your hand. Guilty. Guilty. You're in business. You need a professional email handle.
Right.
Trevor Otts at BrokeSystems.com. Shay at PartnersInLearning.com.
Right.
But I know why you haven't done it. It's been too hard, it's been too expensive. It's okay. I'm going to give it to you for free. If it's for free, it's for who? Yeah. Go to google.com/A. /A. Guess what? They will host your email account, host your documents, host everything, give you your own personalized name so you look like a professional, and they'll do it for free. Yeah. Now, here's how we're going to end today. By the way, did you guys learn some things? I love a quote. George Bernard Shaw said, "A man learns to skate by staggering around and making a fool of himself. And man progresses in all things by making a fool of himself." I know that there's some people in here today. You've been trying to figure out how to do some internet marketing, some social media marketing. You heard all about these new things. I can't even work my VCR. You trying to talk to me about marketing on the internet? So, I know that it can be a little hard, but you're going to have to be willing to make a fool of yourself to start progressing.
Right.
Help me out with a quote. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah, but you ever wonder why? Because I asked myself, so why can't you teach an old dog new tricks? I'm like, who you call an old dog? That's what I do. You know why you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Because an old dog is vain. The definition of vanity is excessive pride in one's achievements or own appearance. Achievements are always the things you did in the past. But what are you going to do today and tomorrow? What are you doing right now? And because they are vain, they're unwilling to admit that there's some things that they don't know, that there's some things that they don't understand. They're embarrassed, they're ashamed, so they just pretend like they know it all, or they pretend like they don't know. So I don't want you to be vain, and if you're not vain, you're not going to be an old dog. So I don't want you to be like this guy. My advice is learn all the tricks you can while you're young. Prefer you be more like this guy. I was wrong. You can teach an old dog new tricks if they're not vain. So I'm having a boot camp, folks. You know what I want you to do? I want you to come in and make a fool of yourself so you can progress. Strip away the vanity. I don't care if you don't know how to click them out. I had a lady come to one of my boot camps. She picked up the mouse and pointed at the screen like it was a remote. I said, don't worry, that's what I'm here for. If you are feeling stressed about all this new technology, my boot camp is for you. It's a 2-day marketing boot camp. I don't care if you know it all, it's going to help. If you don't know it all, it's still going to help. Doesn't matter what you know or don't know. In that boot camp, remember I told you you need a CRM? A CRM is just a fancy word for replacing yourself. Because you probably can't afford to hire an assistant, but you can use a CRM to make little versions of it. We're going to be having an email lab. I'm going to show you actually how to use email correctly. We're going to create emails right on the spot. We're going to have a WordPress lab. By a show of hands, who in here has a website? Just raise your hand. Okay, great. Everybody got a website. Who in here has a website that they built themselves? Just a little less. Who in here has a website that they know how to change themselves? Yeah. See, the problem is you feel like you need a degree to make a website. We're going to be switching you over to WordPress. If you can point and click, you can make a website. It's called point and click website development. We're going to be teaching you guys that. Teaching you guys how to update your website. Because guess what? If you ain't got a website that's being updated regularly, you don't have a website. You got an online brochure. Okay? We're going to have Facebook Live. We all heard about Facebook. A whole lot of people want to know how to market on Facebook. Let me tell you what Facebook marketing ain't. You know, when people put in their posts, hey, come to my show, like my page, you know, support my business. No, that's you harassing your friends. That's not Facebook marketing. Facebook marketing is those ads you see on the side. It says sponsored. So we're going to teach you that. See, some people are like, I don't want to be on Facebook. All my business out there. No, you don't got to get on Facebook. I'm going to teach you how to market on Facebook. And you ain't never got to get on there one time. Yeah. See, I market on Facebook. I log into Facebook once to twice a year. Change my advertisements. We're going to have cell phone labs. We're going to teach you how to market using your cell phone. I'm going to teach you some paid tools. I'm going to teach you some free tools. I'm going to teach you some tools that are going to make people say, wow. The first time they call your phone, they're going to say, wow. Guaranteed. If they don't, I'm going to refund everything right back to you. Am I lying, Bill?
No. You're not lying.
Not lying. All of this we're going to cover in the 2-day boot camp. Now you got to be asking yourself, well, that's what I get. Because wait, there's more. We're going to give you a fully customizable marketing plan. Remember I told you you needed a plan? We're going to give you a plan right then and there. A truly customizable marketing plan that's going to fit your business. See, the purpose of the B.R.O.K.E marketing system is to market any business, any product, and any service on any budget. And I don't care if it's a nickel. I can do it with a nickel. Put me to the test. I will do it. When you're broke, you get creative. We're going to be spending a total of 14 hours with you. 2 days, 14 hours. I want you to write this down. It's going to be from 8:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock. But wait, there's more. Remember, I told you that if the work is too hard, you got the wrong what? Yeah. So I want to make sure you got the right tool. So I do have a B.R.O.K.E marketing tool list. I have 362 tools that I've invested in to help you market your business on the cheap. Matter of fact, I'm about to give you a free one now. For those people who don't have a business plan, I want you to write this down. Free tool. www.profitability.com. How great is that? It will give you a free business plan. Free. Help you develop a free business plan. Free business plan. Yeah, profitability.com. 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 Free. But that's just one of the tools that I got for you. But my B.R.O.K.E marketing tool list, only $83 for those people who want it. If you want my B.R.O.K.E marketing tool list, hey, I'll give it to you today. $83 will be sitting right on your phone. And every time we update it, you get it. Do you have a commercial about your business, your products, or your services? Many professionals avoid creating commercials about their products or services because, frankly, it's too expensive. It's too time-consuming. And oh yeah, did I mention that it's too doggone expensive? Until now. InMotion Media has made creating video commercials quick, cheap, and easy. You can use our video commercials for television, for websites, and any type of video-based marketing you can think of. And that's not all. Any amateur with a camera can shoot a video. Heck, you can even shoot one with your phone. But where InMotion Media excels is in our use of high-definition, 3-dimensional virtual sets and backgrounds. Now try doing that with your iPhone. Our special technology can make you appear as though you're in an auditorium or a TV studio or in any of our hundreds of virtual backgrounds and studio sets. Heck, we can even make you appear as though you're on the moon. At InMotion Media, your only limitation is your imagination. But wait, there's more. Can you believe it? InMotion Media's use of our music production studio enhances the quality and the effectiveness of your marketing message. At InMotion Media, we understand that music is the soundtrack of life and important to high quality video production. So let's recap. At InMotion Media, you get a professional video commercial. You get our high definition, 3-dimensional virtual background set. You get our special background music production and much, much more, all for only $99. Can you believe it? So, the question is not, can you afford our video production services? The real question is, can you afford not to have us produce your next video? At InMotion Media, we specialize in taking your video, your commercials to the next level. Take advantage of InMotion Media's video production services today.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you. My name is Nick Vujicic, and it's a pleasure to be with you. So I have no limbs, but I have my little chicken drumstick. And so it's like, you like that? That would be really cool if I could get this and get some techno going. Like, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. You like that? Is that cool? Beautiful. But honestly, along the way, you might fall down like this. Ready? Right? Hello. So what do you do when you fall down? Get back up. Everybody knows to get back up, because if I start walking, I'm not going to get anywhere. But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. Do you think you have hope? Because I tell you, I'm down here, face down, and I have no arms, no legs. It should be impossible for me to get back up, but it's not. You see, I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again, and again, and again. But I just want you to know that it's not the end. It matters how you're going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? And you will find that strength to get back up, like this.
Some of y'all got to think about how y'all gonna finish. Some of y'all in here, it's time for y'all to get back up. And one of the reasons that Cynthia and Shay, myself, Odessa, and Rick got together to put this event on for you guys is because we wanted to help you guys get back up. I know some guys in here already, you wrote your New Year's resolution about what you're going to do this year. Let me help you out. Your New Year's resolution should be to finish what you started last year.